Hi, friends, and a very pleasant good evening and a beautiful night for football it is as we come to you from Riverside High School, where tonight our Elwood City Wolverines have traveled just a few miles over to Riverside to take on the Riverside Panthers. Billed as one of the biggest rivalries in sports. We are here tonight, Riverside and Elwood City. The game takes on a little different complexion tonight because we have two teams that are coming in over halfway through the season looking for their first win. I expect a very, very good football game. Thad Sturgeon alongside Brad Windhorst. Brad, good to see you tonight. We love high school sports, but when you have rivalries like this is why we love it.
100%. 100%. I know right now we're probably looking at 76, 77 degrees. It's supposed to cool down. There's about a 40% chance of rain here coming in about 8 o'clock supposedly tonight.
My guy pushed that back till 9.
Yeah,
so
I wouldn't doubt that's going to be after the game.
So let's hope for that. We've had beautiful weather for about 3 years of football now, and let's hope tonight's the same way. Tonight, as we said, Riverside coming in at 0-6.
Yep.
Elwood City at 0-5.
Yep.
Riverside has not scored a touchdown in the last 3 weeks.
Right.
Elwood City has scored 3 touchdowns all season.
Yep.
We can make these parallels all day, but here in about 2 minutes and 45 seconds, we're going to line up and we're going to play football.
100%. Tonight we've got the standings on the screen right now. We've got as we said, number 7 and number 8 in the MAC conference. There's some big out-of-town games today going around the MAC conference. You've got Freedom at Beaver Falls. You've got Freedom at Beaver Falls. You got Laurel at Mohawk. You got Neshannock at New Brighton. A lot of scenarios here for clinching playoffs. It all comes down really to New Brighton tonight. If New Brighton loses, that kind of solidifies the top 4 teams.
Yep.
And then it just comes down to potentially Freedom.
I said 2 minutes, Brad, and they bumped that clock ahead. This is about 3 games in a row now that's happened. So I'm not sure who won the toss, but I can tell you this: Elwood City is kicking off with Riverside receiving. We kind of got a makeshift roster from Riverside. We're going to try to make that happen. I like their coaches. I know it's a first-year coach coming in here, and on the Elwood side, Joe Lamenza, his 3rd year, also looking for his first win as a coach. We appreciate you joining in with us tonight. We got kickoff Nick Magnifico, number 4 for the Wolverines, kicking off. Back deep is number 2, Robert Janis. High end over end kick, taking it about the 18-yard line. Well, man, he's got a full head of steam. Up the middle he goes, and he's going to be brought down. A nice return all the way out to the 44-yard line. Brady Newman with the return of about 30 yards, Brad?
Yep.
30 yards on the nice return. And, Brad, I think this is a game. We have offenses that are struggling. We have defenses that give up a lot of points. There's going to be some of them. I think we're going to see a punt return, a kick return, a pick six, a fumble recovery. Teams that are – I think the keys for the game, and you did not get time to do that, Brad.
No, not yet.
I hope you will. But capitalizing on the other team's mistakes. I think that is who's going to win this football game.
And I know I talked to my colleagues today at the high school that I teach at. Flat out, one of the things I said, special teams.
Exactly. Okay, we got Riverside on their first offensive play of the game. Quarterback Sam Hughes, I believe he's a senior. There's a handoff to nice takedown there
number 7
in the backfield by number 7. Caden McClymon's a senior, making his presence known for the big game tonight. About a 3-yard. They gave him to the line of scrimmage. I thought he got him behind the line, but irregardless, no gain on the play.
And that was a good linebacker.
And that was Janis on a carry.
Yep.
Heavy
Caden McClymon's with a great tackle.
Yeah, Caden McClymon's coming up there from that middle linebacker position. We got Hobo out there in the line. Stifler, he's back again tonight, I'm pretty sure. On the keeper by Hughes, hit and driven back and taken down. Big time. Number 9 in there. O'Brien and Caden McClymon's was in there too. The defense came out ready to play here for the Wolverines. Early on, looks like some speed on the Riverside Panthers, but the pursuit of this Wolverines defense, just 2 plays into the game, they're going to give him 1 yard on that play. Brad going to bring up a 3rd down and 9, ball on the 46-yard line. Hughes in the shotgun, rolls out to his right to pass. He's just missed there by O'Brien. Throws it down the field, and that ball is going to be
I want to say incomplete.
Incomplete.
Yep. Incomplete.
Yeah, over on that far sidelines, right in front of the Elwood City bench. So incomplete pass, stops the clock, and they bring up a 4th down. So the first series for Riverside gains 1 yard. That was Hughes who threw the pass. I don't know who the receiver was. Number 1 is Hughes, yes. I'm pretty sure that's who I had as starting quarterback. Like I said, our roster was kind of made about a minute before we went on the air. Okay, here's the punt. Driving kick. Back there is number 10, Carter Lutz. Going to pick it up at the 11. Jukes and Josh got a block up the sidelines. Made something out of nothing there.
Yep.
And something I did not see in pregame that was beautiful to see. Carter Lutz does not have that oven mitt on his hand tonight. Broke his hand there in one of the scrimmage games and came in there and going to be able to handle the ball tonight after he had an interception last week.
Number 5 was on the tackle.
Number 5 on the tackle there that I don't have a number 5. So I apologize. We wear these headsets, so we try to feed off of the public address announcer, but we can't always hear him. So Magnifico in the shotgun. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 on the right. There's a handoff. Fumble on the play. Still falling around. What did we talk?
Yep.
Going to be recovered by Riverside.
Number 7. Well, no. Let me see who turns. Technically, number 20 was the one that had the ball and handed it.
Okay.
No, they're going to say still Elwood ball.
Oh, wait, still Elwood ball.
Yep.
Okay. The officials conferred. So a loss of, we'll call it 2 on the play. I don't know if that was like an option or just what it was. The handoff from Gatto to from Magnifico to Gatto did not quite work out the way you wanted it to.
Yep.
So going to bring up a second down, and they're calling it 11. Magnifico in the shotgun. Handoff there to Gatto. Tries bouncing outside. Wings his way back through, but stood up there by good luck to the stat guy on that one, figuring to tackle that because there was about 5 green shirts there to make the stop.
So number 3 with the tackle.
Number 3,
yep.
Brody Barton.
Oh, sorry, 63.
63.
My apologies.
Joshua Rosenberger. And I saw on Facebook today, the Rosenberger family had a bonfire for the Riverside Panthers, and conversely, Maddox Singer's parents had a bonfire at their house pep rally for the Elwood City Wolverines last night. So thanks to the Rosenberger family and Dave Singer and his wife. There's a pass. Oh, just overshot Mariacker. Got a flag. I think we're going to have a late hit, Brad. Came in late.
Mariacker.
Yeah, pass intended for Mariacker. But the flag on the play, it was 3rd down. It would be 4th down. And we're going to wait and see.
Officials kind of all over the place here. Let's see what we got.
Well,
here we go.
Yep,
I
thought
you're
so.
Right. You're
Personal
right.
foul. Roughing the passer. We'll take them easy yards, says Elwood City. That's going to be 15 yards and an automatic first down all the way up to the 36-yard line.
Yep.
The Riverside faithful here in the stands, not real happy with that call. But as you can imagine, pretty packed house here tonight. Riverside, Elwood, looking across the stadium. Elwood looks full. Had movement. I think you're going to get for
you
a
get
second
5 yard
penalty of the game.
Yep, you get 15 yards and you give up 5.
False start. So marking back 5 yards to the 30-yard line. Going to bring up a 1st and 15. So student section for Riverside is here in full force tonight. And if you've ever been to a Riverside basketball game, football game, they are engaged to the game.
And not only that, but that small court, jams back.
Football too. There's
Keeper.
Keeper by Magnifico.
Got the outside edge.
Miss. Gets it up there. We'll take that. 6 yards.
Yep.
6 yards for Magnifico. Brought down by number 20. Brady Newman. Couple tackles for him so far tonight.
It's a pretty good
Wish I
pickup.
had a roster. We know what age these Panthers are. We're working on that. So actually, they just gave them 6 on the play.
Yep, about 6 on the play.
So going to bring up a 2nd down and 9. Magnifico sends Mariacker in motion. Oh, the jet sweep. And
got to go north and south.
Yep.
Cannot go east
Loss
and
of
west.
3 on that play. And
Mauricio brought down by Joey Reed. Bring up another 3rd and long.
Brought down by number 2.
Brought down by number 2, Robert Janis. Tell him it's Mariacker. Number 17 is Mariacker. So, going to bring up a 3rd and 12 for our Wolverines.
I saw that one.
Well,
yep,
somebody
there was
moved.
movement. Yep,
There was
it's going to be a
movement.
false start.
Okay. Is our game clock working?
Yep.
No, not a game clock. Our play clock.
Oh, no, the play clocks are not
Okay,
on. Yep.
the play clocks are not. Okay, so that's a 3rd and 17 for the Wolverines. So once I said, a great crowd on hand. It is homecoming night here for Riverside, so we will have the crowning of the homecoming queen at halftime.
Yep.
So on this 3rd and 17, 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Back is Magnifico. Ball batted down at the line of scrimmage. Number 53, I think that's Avery Wolf. Yes, it is. Bats the ball down. And I really don't know if Magnifico had a place to go with that ball when he let go. Pretty good coverage down the field. But nice heads-up play there on defense by Avery Wolf for Riverside.
And all the Elwood was trying to do was that pick play with the 2 wide receivers kind of rubbing each other, get that wide open.
Get one, not a pick because that would be illegal. But
we'll call it a pick.
Here's a snap. Had to hurry the kick, but he got it away.
And that was Mariacker.
And bounces back to about the 47-yard line. So a 30-yard punt for Mariacker. Riverside will have pretty good field position to start their second possession of the contest this evening. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. So this is one of them stadiums when you're in the press box, you seem so far away.
Right.
It's like the steepest steps to get up here in the WPI. I mean, there's probably steep, but they're steep, but you just feel like you're so far away.
Oh, don't forget Sarah Catholic way back when.
Yes,
Woo.
yeah, that was
a fun trip, but man, those steps.
Okay, here we go. Now, Hughes with the handoff.
Number 2.
Number 2, Janis, and not much running room there. Positive yardage picked up about 2. And was that Lutz? Carter Lutz in there?
Yep.
We'll give Carter credit for that tackle. Pickup of 3 on the play, going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. 6 minutes, just under 7 minutes remaining in this first quarter. So Hughes going to swing it out there this time. Out of the outstretched hands of Janis. Ball falls incomplete. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7. I think it was Mariacker out there that was going to not let, if that was a completed pass, it was probably going to go for a loss.
Right.
Great pursuit there and recognition by Mariacker coming from that middle linebacker position.
By the time he would adjust to that ball in the air, he would have been tackled right
Got
there.
Gavin Partridge out there in the defensive backfield. Donovan Stifler, senior, up there on the line. Big Ben Bobbert, I think, is out there here on this 3rd and 7. There's it out there. There's a completed pass. Number 20. Oh,
nice
hit
tackle.
Hit hard.
Number 10.
Carter Lutz. Who received that? Was that number 28?
Number 28.
28, and I don't have a number 28, but he made a nice catch. I'm just telling. I can only.
No,
this is what I got to work
28.
with. So,
it was a 28.
We got a 4th and 3 here, forthcoming, and it appears that Riverside's going to go for it. Ball on the 37, 38-yard line. Big play here for Riverside. Bigger play for Elwood City defense on this 4th down and 3. There's a handoff. Hit hard.
Caden McClymonds, baby.
McClymonds in there. He read that like a kindergarten book. Did Caden in there and hit Janis in the backfield. No chance for the 9 again for a first down. That's ball over on downs,
Yep.
Brad. 1st and 10, Wolverines from the 40-yard line.
All right.
So each team's had 2 possessions so far.
I was just going to say 5:54 first quarter. By now, you see at least 7 points up on that board on one side. And all year long, and both these teams struggling, 0 points. Hey, listen.
We've yet to have a first down other than 1 first down via penalty.
Yep.
So
5 wide.
5 wide outs.
This is the first time we've seen this.
Hold your breath because Riverside's coming. Going down the field
like
toward
this.
O'Brien. Get up there.
And
Good.
they're going to
They
call
got the
it.
flag. They got the flag. That was good defense by Sam Hughes. And, I have a blue shirt on. I'm Elwood City. But, that was wasn't sure about that. They both were going up for the ball. I think Elwood City might have got one there, in my opinion. But then again, my opinion really don't matter. It's the guys in the black and white stripes that matter. So 15-yard penalty in high school ball. So another
2
first down
downs
for the Wolverines.
Yeah.
And they are setting up shop at the 45-yard line. So that had a nice look to that play, though. There's Gatto, nothing there.
Number 75.
Number 75 in there, hit immediately. Jeffrey Wise tackled Gatto for a 2-yard loss. Gatto coming in, he's a featured back here for the Wolverines. He's rushed the ball for 39 times this season for 139 yards. He's running at a clip of about a 3.6 average. Zach is also the leading receiver with 11 catches. Most of them coming out of the backfield for 5.6 yards. Got some Riverside stats we'll get for you. Oh, they moved again.
Yep.
Doggone it.
Way too many penalties.
Struggling offenses cannot make the first down marker further away.
Yep.
So movement there for Elwood City. Going to knock him back 5 yards. Going to bring up a second and going to call it 2nd and 16. So on this 2nd and 16, 2 wide outs to the right. You got Partridge and O'Brien to the right, far side, Primary Yocker out there. Going to try that handoff again to Gatto, and he's just getting eaten
No
up.
whistle.
Wow.
Took forever for the whistle.
Yeah.
His number 50.
That was
Rosenberger.
Rosenberger on the tackle in the backfield. They gave him enough forward progress that it wasn't a complete loss, but Zach tried to stutter step, and he had nowhere to go. Rosenberger was all over that. Was that about a 3-yard loss, and they're lucky that's all it is.
Yeah.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 19 for the Wolverines offense. I think you try to go down the field.
Yep.
You know, you
or cut it in
3rd and
half.
19.
Cut it in half.
You know, get something. We got 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass. In pursuit, there's Rosenberger again. Makes Magnifico. He dumps the ball away. He was borderline close to the line of scrimmage, but he got the ball away. Falls incomplete. Going to bring up a 4th and 19 for the Wolverines.
And now at this point, when you're close to the 50, you punt this away, you change the field position.
Yep, try to keep that because, we've seen kind of now offenses are struggling. I told the announcer, I says, I doubt we're going to see any 8-10 play drives tonight. It's going to be something, a breakaway or high snap, but Mariacker gets it. He gets the ball away. Had to rush
kick.
it, but not a bad kick.
It'll roll to the side, unfortunately. But
to the 39-yard line. So not a real far kick, but under pursuit. Kick was about 18 yards.
Yep.
And I'm impressing you with my math this season.
You have. I tell you what, you've stepped it up. You've stepped it up.
So I have. The next one I'll completely miss by 20 yards. But so just 3:59 to go here. Still looking for our first down of the game that's not via a penalty. So Riverside comes out, full house backfield, and Hughes on the keeper, just tries to go up the middle, pushes the pal ahead. A nice run there by senior Sam Hughes. going to give him about 8 on that play. A host of Wolverines in there. Number 7 was Caden in there again.
Yep.
Caden finding his way to the ball here tonight is senior Caden McClymans. So there's Hughes on the keeper again. Makes hit hard there underneath low.
Wow.
Hughes no gain on that play.
I
think that was O'Brien or Mariocker in there. And
O'Brien. It was O'Brien underneath.
O'Brien underneath.
And then Mariocker,
right out of it.
Stifler.
And Stifler and Lutz were in there to
quick
make
huddle.
sure he wasn't going anywhere. Yes, good point, Brad. Quick huddle on this 3rd and 3 for Riverside. On the keeper again is Hughes. Up the middle, finds his way, jumps over a man. He's going to have enough for the first down.
Was number 6 Partridge.
Partridge in there
and
to
a
get
Magnifico.
Magnifico. But that is a first down for Riverside. And I don't know if we're seeing a trend here, Brad, but we had 3 consecutive plays where Hughes just got the ball and picked to go over left tackle or right tackle and found himself enough for a first down over 3 plays. So ball resting right at midfield. Riverside, same formation. Oh, encroachment. I think we're going to get Stifler got a little anxious on that one. So, going to be 5-yard mark off. So that's going to bring up a 1st and 5. Up there on that front line starting is number 63, senior Anthony Baird. Number 60, senior Donovan Stifler. We have a timeout. Was that by?
It was by Elwood City.
Elwood City. Elwood City takes their first timeout of the evening, 2:48 remaining.
Zach Harris, 28.
Okay. Zach Hare.
28.
His name again?
Zach Hare.
Hare, okay. Yep. All right, great. All right. Thank you, folks. Thanks for your help. The good people at Riverside here helping us with our roster as we go. Real quick, Brad, as many of our listeners know, just kind of an update on me personally. 3 weeks ago, I had a stroke, and been a tough couple weeks. Brad's punching my arm, and I can't feel it. The whole left side is completely numb, but folks, I'm getting around great, up and down. Doing things. Physical therapy to Lemieux Center, they're great up there.
The fact that we're sitting here joking about
exactly.
That's what's
exactly.
awesome.
We're doing
that's
good.
What's awesome.
We're feeling really good. I just can't thank the community enough for that. Do I have time to tell about my dream I had, Brad?
Let's not talk about that dream. That was a weird dream.
I thought it was funny. I am before the night's over. So
at some point.
But thank you to everybody out there, and nobody's happier to be here tonight than me.
And nobody wants to be in Thad's dreams.
There's a missed snap.
Yeah, he didn't recognize it.
And he picks the ball up, but he's going to be
number
hit
6.
hard there.
60.
And O'Brien comes in there. I think there just was some miscommunication on the center. He snapped when nobody else was ready.
Back to the
44. But a big-time loss on the play.
10 yards.
Back to the 44.
Wow.
Yeah, going to be second. Yeah, and 17 because we were at 1st and 5.
Yep.
So on this 2nd and 17, little different formation here. Sends a man in motion. Does Riverside. Settles beside Hughes. Rolling out to the right this time. Elwood got away with a hold big time.
Yep. Throws
it away is Hughes, and one of the wide receivers for Riverside was going down there, and all I saw was jersey being pulled about 10 yards past the line of scrimmage.
And one thing you're going to see tonight a lot, we just talked about it a couple minutes ago, go north and south. You're going to see a lot of the quarterbacks, a lot of these offensive lines break down. You're going to see them roll out, and they're going to try to do something. Exactly,
and that I kind of think that's what Riverside is doing right now.
And then you send somebody deep because you never know. Just chuck it up and see what happens.
Right.
Penalty.
You're 3rd and 17 right now. There's Hughes back to pass. You got time this time. There's your chucking it up and throw it. And just out of the outstretched hands of number 20, Braden Newman. And he's just about 2 yards too far there for him.
Yep.
Because if he's 2 yards ahead, Riverside's celebrating.
And now Riverside showed their hand. you're seeing these wide receivers get downfield. If I'm Elwood, it's saying, listen, step back 2 or 3 yards.
Well, and I think if you're Riverside, and I wish Ellwood would do that, because now you got to respect that.
Yep.
Knowing they want to do it, that helps your run game.
100%.
So some jockeying here maybe by the coaches. Punt formation. There's number.
Good punt.
It's high.
Sam Hughes.
Oh,
Off of Lutz's hands, right back to him. Good.
Falls down on it. Luckily for Carter, he got on that ball. He tried to catch it all the way back at the 9-yard line. And I've said this in recent weeks, Brad. I want these kids to go out and catch that ball because the bounce usually favors the punting team.
Yep.
But the key is when you make the commitment to do that, you got to catch it. And Carter was unable to get his mitts on that one. Ball
And you
rolls
got to
back
give
10
credit
yards.
to
Hughes. That was a good
Hughes.
punt.
Yes.
That's gonna go
40-plus yards. That was almost 45.
And
you take the minus yardage
right.
there, it turns into a 50-yard punt.
Right, and he got that ball up in the air.
He did.
So Wolverines starting inside their 10-yard line, first and from the we'll call it the 10. Magnifico surveying the defense. There's a handoff to no gain, whoever it was, and a lot of bodies getting pushed back there by Elwood.
Yep,
63 was on a tackle.
Rosenberger.
Joshua Rosenberger.
I want to say it was Gatto.
I think it was Gatto, but so gain of about 1 on the play.
So that'll put the clock here rolling down 1:10. So just about a minute remaining here in this first quarter. Field position so far.
And you want to keep that on your side, and right now it's not working for Elwood City. So on this 2nd and 9, this time brings Mariacker. Oh,
hand off to Mariacker, tackle.
Tackled for a loss on
number
that sweep
63,
around.
number
Rosenberger in there, along with Robert Janis. Yep. Mariacker going to lose 2 on that play.
I'll say it again, north and south.
Yes.
North and south.
So it brings up a 3rd and 11, and the Wolverines really want to get something here so they're not punting from their end zone. So 20 seconds left here in this first quarter. There's not going to be many stats.
No. There's going to be more kickoff and punt return yards.
Yep. Hand off
keeper.
On the keeper. And
Rosenberger
in there again, being a beast there in the center of the 53 was in there as well. Avery Wolf. That's going to be up a 4th down, and that is the end of the first quarter. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Right, Brad?
Yep. All right, folks, welcome back to Riverside High School as we have the Elwood versus Riverside matchup here. 1 quarter in. We're about ready to start the second quarter. A couple stats here on the offense. Wow. Total between the two teams, 7 yards. Riverside 8, Elwood City -1. Negative 1 yard rushing for Elwood, 2 yards rushing for Riverside, 6 yards passing, 0 yards passing for Elwood. Penalties right now, 4 for 20, 2 for 30. So that means technically, minus 43 yards in this first quarter.
Wow. We told you this could be one for the record books. So
in the negative record books.
punting now for Elwood City. Mariacker, he's about 4 yards deep into his end zone. back to receive. Is that number 2? I believe it is.
Yep.
Robert Janis. So as we start the second quarter, Elwood City punting. Waits the snap. Good snap.
Good kick.
Nice
Let
kick.
it roll. No return, which is good.
Yep.
That's going to
Yep.
roll nicely out past the 40.
Ended up being about
Very good kick.
Down to the out to the 45-yard line.
Yeah.
So a 36-yard kick for Mariacher. But talk about that field position. Still nice field position for Riverside to start this drive. I mentioned the head coach for Riverside, Fran Ramsden, in his first year as head coach. I believe he was assistant here some before then, and took over the head coaching duties. And also on those sidelines, we'll see Rob Magnifico, no stranger to Elwood City. He was very involved. He was the head coach, interim head coach for 1 year. What was that? Time flies. 4 years. Has it been 4 years already?
It's been 4 years.
4 years.
It's crazy.
Coach Rob was there, and he was an assistant under Nick Hand and I'm getting too good at math. Forgot names. So there's a handoff up the right side.
Number 2.
The speedy number
Sorry,
2. Number 3 it
3.
was.
Sorry.
Brody Barton.
Taken down by number 17, Mariacher.
Gatto and Mariacher in there on
So
the
sorry,
stop.
that was Brady Barton, actually. That was
Barton,
number
yes.
3.
Yes. I have Brody, so I'm not sure which one we're going to call it.
Oh, boy.
But the young Barton, number 3, with the 2-yard run, brings up a second down and 8.
We'll just call him Mr. Barton.
So on this 2nd and 8, number 33 comes into the backfield. Avery
Hand off the 3 again.
Barton
Barton.
off to 3 into just a pile of
Whew.
people.
Where's
And,
the whistle?
Yeah,
Yeesh.
the officials. You can
That's
do
a
pile
crazy
like that.
spot, too. Holy smokes.
Yeah. Going to pick up about 1 on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 7. And I think Lutz was in there. Stifler was in there, I believe. The front line. Number 63, Baird. He's finding his way on that front line. In that defensive backfield for Elwood City, you have Gavin Partridge, Nick Magnifico, Gatto, and Lutz. Linebackers, you got O'Brien, McClymans, and Mariacher. Wolverines got their defense all spread out this time. There's a keeper by Hughes. Makes the first man miss, and pursuit came quickly. Nice play there. Mariacher had initial pursuit with Lutz, and Hughes tried to get away from him, was unable to do so, and then Caden McClymans comes in to finish things off. So it's going to be 4th down. You know, we've had all 4th downs tonight, and every one of them's been like 4th and 5, 4th and 10, 4th and 8.
Waiting for that first down.
Yeah,
and 10
5
pass.
wide outs.
Yep.
You might be getting it here.
Here's that motion back in.
Yep. Swinging back out around there. He's going to swing it out
He's
there to
open.
number 3. He's got it out there. Got a man beat. Nice
Good
tackle there.
number 4.
Great play there by
Magnifico.
Magnifico. Put an asterisk beside that one because number 3, Brody Barton, out of the backfield, swing pass.
Clock
he had
is
a
still
full set
running.
of steam, and Magnifico with the sure tackle. They shut it off.
Okay, there we go.
So that's a ball over on downs, our second one tonight for Elwood City. So 1st and 10, Elwood City from the 36-yard line.
I'm going to have to change the clock here. 14 seconds just rolled off by randomly.
We had negative 40 yards in the first quarter, Brad.
I know. Hey, field position changed a little bit.
Yeah, it did a little bit.
The
Let's
best
just
one
get a
for
first
the,
down here.
Yeah, for
Okay.
Elwood.
Got Hobel, comes out of the backfield.
Here we go.
Magnifico, quick throw out to Hobel, and they're calling it incomplete, which is maybe a blessing in disguise because it was he caught the ball, was behind the line of scrimmage as he dove for it. But another situation where Magnifico just has no time.
Yep.
Has no time to
and maybe you kind of take from what Riverside's doing, roll it out. And they did roll out, and they still didn't have time.
Yeah, there's someone, you know, the linebackers from Riverside are just finding a gap and coming right up through there. So Carter Lutz in the sidecar to Magnifico, Gatto in the slot, Hobel out far left with Partridge out there as well. There's a handoff and nothing doing. nothing doing there. Lutz was swarmed by number 65. Gets up there. Barnes. Really no gain on that play. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. Stick around for halftime, folks. We'll, of course, let you enjoy the Elwood City Blue Band, the Riverside Panther Band, and also the crowning of the homecoming queen on this 3rd and 10. Magnifico got some time this time. Rolls out to the right. Now he's under pressure. Makes a man miss. Up the sidelines he goes. Makes a got a flag out there, and
this
it's hard for us to see. But I don't know. Could be an illegal hit.
We'll find out.
Janice with the tackle. Magnifico made something out of nothing. Had nobody to throw to down the field. Picks up about 5 on the play, but let's wait and see. The officials are congregating.
The only thing I don't like about that play, you scramble out to the far side
you're
of the
on
field.
The short, and you're on the
short end.
You're at the short side of the field, but at the same time, Magnifico.
But he did make a good play.
Being a righty.
Yeah. I also like that he
the problem
realized
is when he's rolling out, rolling out going backwards.
Yeah, but he did realize nobody was open. Got downfield.
So let's see.
I'm wondering if that's what it is. Maybe man downfield potentially, but it was a running play.
Odd. So they're marking it off.
Yeah, they are going to mark it off. It is going forward.
So
it is against
City.
Riverside. Block in the back is what I just saw.
Yeah, you don't see a defensive player get that. Was it a legal hit in the back?
I mean, okay.
Something, yeah.
I'm kind of confused, but hey, we'll take it.
A game of first. Here we are.
Yeah.
So, Elwood City's 3rd first down of the contest, all gotten via penalty. But if you're in the blue and white, you'll take it. So, it was just a 5-yard. No, it must have been a 10-yard penalty. So, now it's 1st and 10. Elwood finds their way into Riverside territory, but Coach Ramsden's out there saying, how do you get an illegal block in the back on defense?
I'm wondering if the ref was making the motion for holding but kind of pushed out, so it looked like it was blocking back. I'm wondering if he was doing the hold.
Yeah,
and it just
they're congregating now. I don't know if he a dress announcer called it holding.
Yeah, the announcer did call holding, but he made that motion where it was moving. That was weird.
Right. So they're all the officials except for one is there right now talking about this. And it kind of is a pivotal play for Riverside because you had Elwood City stopped.
Right. And right now, that's the first time Elwood gets across the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
And that's kind of big.
So they get some kind of explanation. Unfortunately, we don't.
And I don't think he likes it.
No,
he's walking off. So, hey, 1st down and 10 for the Wolverines.
1st and 10 for the Wolverines.
About the 47-yard
line.
Clock's not rolling.
No, it shouldn't until they say hut. Oh, he did. So waits to snap his Magnifico. On the keeper.
I like it.
Yep.
Maybe this is something that they should copy.
Yeah, they really it was, I would call that a read option where he kind of pulled the ball back out of Gatto's gut.
Number 55.
Number 55 on a tackle, Joseph Reed. But not after. Magnifico picks up about 4 on the play. So brings up a 2nd down and 6.
Handoff
to Gatto, and he's hit immediately. Maybe give him a yard on the play. Big number 63 in there. Rosenberger, once again, really give him no gain on that play. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 6.
He's been in that backfield. And not necessarily backfield, but he's been at the line of scrimmage every time.
Making things stop.
It kind of reminds you of Declan O'Brien for the middle school team. I mean, he got called multiple times.
Yep, we see him. And so now this 3rd and 6, and you really want Elwood City to do something with this field position. It's not great field position, but you're in Riverside territory.
Right. And you know what? This is 2-down territory.
I think so, too.
Get 3 or 4 yards here and then make it 4th and whatever.
I would go with it. Mag, quick pass out there.
Oh, that should be
It's gotta
penalty.
You got to throw that flag.
No penalty? No penalty there.
O'Brien was blanketed.
See, wow. How's it not a penalty?
Yep. Brody Newman on the coverage.
He definitely got pushed in the back.
Yeah,
100%.
unless they thought the ball was uncatchable, but it impeded O'Brien's process. So I guess it's one of them. Okay, we gave you one.
We kind of gave you one, and
before,
we're going to get you one back.
Now we get you one back. All of a sudden, it's turned into a hockey game.
Yep, and I tell you what, this is my pet peeve. I've never liked that.
No, I don't either.
Never liked that.
We see it in hockey more than any other sport.
I know.
But we got a football game we're broadcasting. So Mariacher awaits the snap. Good snap.
Good kick. Let it roll. Get that field position there inside the 10 at least. There you go. Down to the
5-yard line. Flip the field position.
There you
Gatto
go.
down there to down the ball at the 5-yard line. And that was a 44-yard punt.
So what are we calling here about this? 7?
Yep, they're marking
7?
it at the
yeah, it looks like the 7.
The 7. So 1st and 10, Riverside. Got the long field here. 6:43 remaining. Tons of time left in this second quarter.
Now, if I'm telling the Wolverines defense, listen, you got them pinned, but don't. All it takes is one play. One play.
Got Jeffrey Wise out there for Riverside line 57, Brandon Gasper. Trying to get some names out here, the guys in the trenches. I'm sure we have some Riverside folks listening tonight. We appreciate that on this 1st and 10. There's Hughes on the pitch out to number 3, taken down there. Great pursuit there by
10 and 9.
Lutz and O'Brien.
And that's a play that usually
Barton
works, but what do you have to have out in front? Blockers.
You have it was almost like they were trying to go with a misdirection, but
Right.
not to be fooled was Lutz and O'Brien on that play. So giving them no gain on that play, going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. And, obviously the defenses are doing things right. This is a time right now that Elwood City's defense really needs to step it up.
Yep.
You got 6 minutes to go, lots of time.
What do they call it? Pin
Riverside.
back your ears?
Yeah, keep Riverside on that end of the field, make them punt from there. A delayed handoff that time, and really did not work with any efficiency.
Number
Janice
2.
with the run, pick up of about 1 on the play. That Big Ben Bobber to see get up the bottom of the pile.
Yep.
Number 72. Man.
Yeah, it was a whole host.
Yeah, there was a
72
bunch there.
was in there. That front line was doing pretty darn good.
The front line, let's give them some credit. I mean, we're talking about McClymonds, O'Brien, and Mariacher quite a bit, and Lutz. They're not giving them any holes to get into. If there is a hole, it's not very big, and letting the linebackers come in and clean things up. So, big 3rd down here for Riverside, 3rd and 7. Moving some people around. Handoff to Hughes.
Fake
he rolls
handoff.
back. Going down the field.
He's
he goes.
wide open.
Got a wide open man down there. Number 1. Nice. It's
Who
ball
was
falls
that?
incomplete.
Number 4, Nick Mag.
Magnifico
Woo.
with the hit, jarring the ball loose. Slow to get up is the receiver, number 28, Zach Hare. And he was open. He had the ball. And
you know what?
that's
Thad?
football, though.
You know what, Thad? Write that down.
Yeah.
Because that may be the play of the first half, let alone
Right,
it's a trendsetter
right. Now
here.
you got him to punt.
All the
because
momentum
he
swings
makes
to
that
Riverside.
catch. He makes that catch. You kind of swip that field position
Yep.
out to the 40-yard line. So now this time, Riverside will be punting from their end zone. Sam Hughes standing about 2 yards deep. Back to receive the punt is Lutz.
No
High
return.
kick.
Wave
Good
it.
grief,
Let
that
it,
kick
let
gets
it
it
drop.
high.
Nice.
Takes a Elwood City bounce. So the ball went higher than it traveled. It was still a good punt out to the 36-yard line. So about a 26-yard punt, no return. Got the what's the word I'm looking for? Fortuitive? Is that a word?
Ooh, that is a word.
Oh, big word.
And that is a big word.
This
It may only be like 8 or 9 letters, but that's still
a
a big
big
word
one for me, and I think I even used it in the right context. Anyway,
I mean, first
they got
down's
it-
a big word
so,
for us too. This year,
fortuitive
so.
bounce. The bounce knocked about 8 yards off that punt. So,
All right, 36 yards here, folks.
yep, 5 minutes to go, 2 timeouts, lots of time, just positive yards is what Elwood City's looking for. And the sweep to Mariacher, and it gets a yard. Gosh almighty.
Number 17, Mariacher, brought down. 2nd and 9.
So 63 once again,
63
Rosenberger.
Rosenberger.
Everywhere, left and right. If you want to talk about nightmares
Second and
or
10.
dreams.
Well, we run that play every third.
Yeah.
I'm stunned. Okay.
Yep.
It's 2nd and 9. Positive thoughts. We're going to keep it that way. On this 2nd and 9 is Elwood City. Ball at the 36-yard line.
A little shift on the defensive line there.
Yep. Man,
Back
Magnifico
to pass.
back, throws it down
I like
there.
it. Too hard,
A
though.
little too far for intended receiver Peyton O'Brien. Ball falls incomplete. Going to bring up a 3rd and 9, a long 9 at that, for the Wolverines.
You know what? I'm okay with that play 2nd down because now, again, it's 2 down territory. Run the ball, get that yardage. You keep them in check because, like you said, you throw it a little bit, it keeps them back just enough.
Right. So the running game for Elwood City just has not got anything going.
QB sneaking
here tonight. And on the flip side, Riverside's running game's nothing to make a monument about any either.
I have a feeling Elwood's got to be taking a timeout here. Yep.
Yep, we were getting close to it. So on that timeout, 4:17 remaining. That is Elwood City's 2nd timeout. Am I correct, Brad?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, folks, don't forget next week will be senior night as Elwood City will host the Laurel Spartans. Laurel sitting atop of the MAC conference right now, and a lot of conversation in the top 10 in the state. But
and they're at Mohawk tonight.
Yes, and we will have some halftime stats. But when you come to the stadium next week, and really hope you can come out and join us for senior night. We'll have pre-game festivities for senior night for football, cheer, band. I think they do tennis. They do them all the fall sports. But take a look at the signs on the concession stands. This year, the football boosters have made a Champions Club. Champions Club with their donation. Got a nice sign there. And in that Champions Club is Dave's Hometown Shop and Save, Mata Heating and Cooling, Elwood City Transit and Zona Tours, Mary Jo's Catering and Joey's Place, and a sign there in memory of Dooney Petricola. There's also the Touchdown Club, which is D4 Properties, the T-Box, the Color Center, Signs by Sam, Venezi Sporting Goods. And our Field Goal Club, I will get to them after this 3rd and 9 play for Elwood City. 2 wide outs to the right. Back to pass, rolling to the right this time. Back goes Magnifico, throws it down there. It's intercepted by number 33. He's off to the race. He's back to the 50-yard line. Number 33, Avery Orgavon with the interception, about a 12-yard return. And once again, Magnifico under duress, rolling out to the left this time, but throws the ball into the arms of Avery, and I can't read your writing, Brad, to get his last name. Orgovin. I beg your pardon for missing that. But so there's your field position flip.
Yep.
Riverside now 1st and 10 from their 50-yard line.
And that swings momentum back to
Riverside.
Yes,
it does. Hughes got time back to pass, throws it out there. There's a completed pass at number 28, makes a man miss. Going to fall ahead for a 1st down. Zach Hare with the reception, going to pick up about 10 on the play. Is that their first completed pass of the night, Brad? I do believe.
No, it's not. It's not their first.
Okay.
They passed that.
Swing pass.
Swing pass. Yep.
So, but it is a nice gain for Riverside.
Yep.
Largest gain of any offense tonight for 10 yards. That's going to be a 1st and 10 from Riverside at the 40-yard line. Kind of feel a little momentum switch here. A little spring in the step of Riverside Panthers out there.
Running back.
Hughes back to pass. He's got time, surveys, got all down the field. He's going to take the ball and try to run. Makes a man miss. Nice gain there out to the 31-yard line. Pick up of about 9 on the play. And I tell you, they had about 4 receivers that time, 30 yards downfield. And good coverage, but by dragging everything down the field, it gave Hughes an opportunity to run for about 9 yards. So on this 2nd and 1, a nice manageable down for Hughes. Going to pass again. Quick pass out there, number 28.
Good tackle, Mariacker.
And Mariacker with a tackle. Oh, they're saying incomplete. I think when he went to spin to get out of there.
Okay, it ripped it
and
out.
Credit Magnifico for a good hit. That's about 2 passes now that Magnifico's gone in to put the final lick on somebody, and the ball does not get caught. So 3rd and 1 here. A little different formation, new group of people coming in here.
If I'm Riverside, I know the passing game is working. Everything north and south.
Well,
again.
yeah.
Especially here.
There's
Just
Hughes.
roll
It's going to be a
forward.
keeper. Hit there.
Number 10
low by number
initially.
10, Lutz.
Hughes with the carry, bringing up another Riverside.
But that's going to be enough. Needed 1, got 2. Enough for the Riverside first down. 3rd down conversion there by Riverside. So on this 1st and 10, ball at the 30-yard line. Riverside, 2 consecutive first downs here. Getting into play. So 3:10 on a rolling clock. Hughes all back there by himself in shotgun. Brings a sidecar to his right in Barton. Hands off there to Barton. Left side, he cuts back.
Hobel and
Nice pursuit there by
Number
Hobel
9.
and O'Brien, kind of stay home, letting Barton come back into his waiting arms. Pickup of a nice spot there, down to the 25-yard line. For Riverside. So a manageable 2nd and 5. That really does open things up in your playbook when you're not looking at 2nd and long every time.
jet sweep number
Hughes,
20.
Number 20 around that right side. Met there by Magnifico and a host of other ones. That was number 20, Brady Newman on the carry.
Taken down by number 4, Magnifico.
I mean, short by a yard. from
It's
us.
gonna, looks like the spot gonna be a 3rd and 1, and $20. This is a
QB sneak.
QB sneak keeper. So
The one thing I will say, running clock, that kind of is going against Riverside to a certain degree.
well, they do have all 3 timeouts remaining.
do.
That's Riverside. And yes, the quarterback sneak gets his way up to the middle, and he's gone in to the end zone for the touchdown.
I jinxed it.
Yes, Riverside scoring first here with 1:48 remaining. That was about a 30-yard, 21-yard run. 21-yard run
By Sam
for
Hughes.
And I don't write fortune cookies or anything, but we said it was going to be a quarterback sneak.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
this time he went over the left side, had some daylight, found the green grass in front of him, into the end zone for the touchdown.
Holder's number 11.
Number 11, your holder. There's your snap. Your kick is up, and it is good.
Number 23.
Noah George with the hold. Number 23, which I don't have, was your kicker. So that makes the score 7-0, 1:48. And we have a student section with a kid body surfing in it. So let's hope that ends well. So Riverside, obviously offensive struggling. This will be their first touchdown in 4 games. But I would say a nice drive by Riverside. Give them credit. It wasn't just one of them plays. It was a drive. They got 2 first downs, got it down to the 21-yard line, and Hughes does the rest with his legs. Up the middle he went for the touchdown. Don't forget, folks, stick around at halftime. We'll have the bands, have some stats, have the crowning of the homecoming queen.
And I know we're going to preview the stats, but up to that drive, it was less than 25 yards
For
total,
both teams.
For both
total
together
in the game.
It was negative yards on the penalties. That drive there puts us in the
Okay.
a little bit of the plus.
Okay,
maybe
well,
plus
good.
5.
Well, good. Well, good. So, but that
Hey.
drive there was 50 yards. Remember, set up
Yep.
by the interception.
And a minute 48 here. Good field position. Looks like it's going to be for Elwood
Yep.
because they picked it up at the 30.
Yep. I'm not sure even who picked it up.
I want to say
Number 9, was that
I wanna say
O'Brien?
Peyton O'Brien.
Yep, it
yeah.
was O'Brien. It was O'Brien. So really no much return on that. So 1st and 10 Wolverines, 1:44 at the 35-yard line. But I think we got to forget to bring up that touchdown drive was set up by the interception.
Right.
It was that was
Orgovan.
Orgovan
Number 33.
with the interception to set Riverside up at midfield. About a 7-play drive.
Yep. And you throw in a couple first down passes, a
So-
couple penalties.
1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Handoff to Gatto, and he's swallowed up in the backfield for about a 5-yard loss.
Rosenberger and Orgoven, and I want to say Riverside and 75. I want to say Riverside just took a timeout. We'll see here in a second. Yep, so timeout Riverside. They're going to play the clock game here. That was a loss of, what, 2 yards on the play?
Looks like it.
Yep. It's a loss of 2. Timeout by Riverside. They're going to
minute 38.
Yeah, you expect to get that ball back.
Yes, you do. So on this, timeout for Riverside. Hey, I didn't finish them off on our Champions Club, Touchdown Club, and Field Goal Club. That Field Goal Club is Pagonis Chiropractic Clinic, Spokane Orthodontics, Mobros, and also Teola's Funeral Home and Toman Funeral Home. They'll be the last to let you down. Folks, please support these businesses that are supporting your
That's my neighbor, and every time you say that, the last one's to put you down. Oh, my.
well, they are.
I know. We had this call.
And it's always like, and it's the other thing. You always hate to ask a funeral director how's business. It's kind of like, well, you don't want them to say good because, but anyway, that's a joke I have with Howie Marshall. How's business?
Oh.
Anyway, 2nd and 11 for Elwood City.
Minute 38.
Out of the Riverside timeout. Magnifico.
I like
Delayed handoff this
I like
time.
it. I like it.
Lutz got a flag in there.
There's going to be a hold or something, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Yep.
Lutz
Man
with
down.
his carry up to about.
Whoever the lead blocker was for Elwood. Yeah, it's going to be a hold.
Was that Joseph Reed for the tackle?
Yeah,
Credit him with the
Joseph Reed.
tackle. And, but at the same time here, though, you're bringing up a third, and the ball is spotted at about the 37-yard line. They're talking to Coach Ramsden from Riverside. You want to knock him back 10 yards, but you have another down and more time to take off a clock. But
Right.
Riverside does have 2. I think in the back of your mind, you almost decline it.
Yeah.
But
They
depending on
haven't
where the
shown
spot was.
that they're able to go north and south once again, but, yeah, to me, you
Some
decline
time
it.
taken here.
Even if they do get the first down, you're still up 7-0, and, you run
Well,
up
I
the
think
first.
he's thinking about getting the ball back.
Right.
You
And
know,
that's where like you said, I would decline it. Make Elwood throw or get the first. Jeopardy theme.
Yeah, we got that going on. Okay, so we still have yet to get a call from the official. So they are going to mark it
Yeah, they are going to
back
mark it off.
in a holding against Elwood City. When you were correct on that, we're going to replay 2nd down. That's a spot foul. Going to go back to the 26-yard line. So going to bring up a very long 2nd and 21 for Elwood City. And a timeout Riverside.
Wait, what?
Well, it was a penalty on the offense. The whistle would blow, wouldn't it?
Indirectly, no. Well, you're
The
right.
official starts the clock
saying.
on an offensive.
I see what you're
so
saying.
it's a nice way for Riverside to. If I had the first thought too, why are you calling a
Yeah,
timeout?
I
But
see what you're saying
You're
now.
saving yourself about 40 seconds with 1:32 left. So I mentioned it the other night during a middle school game. As we recall, we were here Wednesday night for our middle school game against Elwood City and Riverside, and the Elwood City 7th and 8th grade team handled Riverside quite handily in a mercy win, 36-0. But don't forget, folks, always keep an eye on our ecwolverines.com page.
Yeah, basically down to 3 sports: volleyball, soccer's just wrapping up. I think they got one more game this upcoming week. Cross country's in the playoffs; they're wrapping up. And football.
Yep, and football. And
before you know it, 3 weeks away.
We were sitting here coming into the stadium Wednesday night, and, of course, we get a text from Coach Steve Antuano.
Yep.
Hey, guys, don't forget, we got basketball coming up right around the corner, and they'll be
and they've
working
got
hard
a good
for that.
schedule.
They got a good schedule. Be some really great games to watch. But a couple more football games here to go through. Magnifico. We're going to throw down. We got a couple flags in the backfield. I think this one's coming back as well. Lowers the head. Does Magnifico, and Brody Barton comes up to meet him. Picks up all the way out to about the 40-yard line, but 2 flags back there. I think we're going to be holding.
Yep. And it sounds crazy, but because Magnifico ran out of bounds, that'll stop the clock. You don't need to use the timeout, and now you might as well send them back.
10 yards, exactly.
Yeah.
But to Magnifico's credit, he did get the ball out to about the 40-yard line. He got about 15, 16, 17 of those 21 yards back. But that 2nd and 21, spot foul, holding going back
to the 18-yard line.
Back to the 18-yard line.
Sorry, check that, the 10. Wow.
All the way back to the 10-yard line.
Whew.
How's that even? The holding must have been.
Right now, you're talking about a 2nd and 35.
They got it 2nd and 28 on the board.
Well, if you look at the mark, it's at the 45.
He's got to get to the 45. You're at 10. That's 35.
Oh,
so,
man.
2nd and 35.
This is like watching the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Browns game like 3 or 4 years ago. There was a 4th down and 32 or something like that.
So
now you run
the good
the
news
ball.
is for Elwood, they're all the way back at the 10. They can't get much further back.
Now you just run the ball, let the Riverside Panthers use that timeout, and there's another
they
flag.
moved again. You can go back more.
Whew.
False start for Elwood City.
You know what that makes it now? That makes it now 2nd down and 40.
2nd and 40.
We're going to hit 50 here soon.
I don't know if we can because it should
Can
be
you
half the
do
distance.
some auctioneering like 30, 40, 35 for them?
So,
I think they realized that we were positive yards combined.
they're going to take it back. Yeah, they don't want to get spoiled here. So now a 2nd and manageable 40 for the Wolverines. Just don't get a safety here.
Right.
You got to have that in the back of your mind.
Yeah, you may even kneel down.
So handoff, quick and stop there, and you're going to see a timeout. I'm sure by. Yep, timeout. The one official pointed the wrong way, but it's timeout. Riverside. So going to bring up a 3rd and
so Joseph
40.
On
Reed
the
again with the tackle. And I will say this: we mentioned Rosenberger's name a lot, but we're seeing different players from Riverside getting in there to make a stop. So here's where we set. It's a 3rd and 40. Ball resting just at about the 5.5-yard line of Elwood City. A minute 18 remaining.
They had to have heard us. Combined yardage, 78 yards.
Yeah.
Penalties, 85.
Okay. So, and I really thought this game could go one of two ways because you have offensive are struggling, you have defenses that are struggling.
Yeah.
I thought we'd be like a 28-21, 28-24 kind of game. Thinking there would be some just garbage touchdowns. I mean, for lack of a better word.
And the way that Riverside came out, spreading the offense, throwing the ball, I thought maybe one of those gets completed, and that would force Elwood's hand to kind of move up and down the field, kind of a little bit back forward.
But just not much happening.
No. So far, not really special teams per se, but field position and an interception.
And the interception was key.
Yeah.
That was a momentum change there.
We didn't really talk about turnovers being as a factor, but
we didn't. We could have.
We could have
lots of factors. So I don't think you're going to want to miss the second half because this could go right down to a last possession type of game.
And if you run this play, you probably get the ball back with like 20-some seconds left, if that.
There's a handoff to Gatto. Weaves his way around. He's picked up and thrown down. Ouch.
I think he got a yard, maybe.
Got a yard. So a minute 8. So it's going to be 4th and a bunch. Give him about 3 yards on the play. So 4th and 36. Elwood's just going to let that clock.
Yep.
They're out of timeout, so aren't they? I don't see it.
No, Elwood does have one timeout.
One
yeah, I went out. They'll take a timeout here.
Just to reset.
It's going to be right around, I would say, 23 seconds.
I think it's 32.
Well, I mean, 23 when they get the ball back.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I want to say. Could be wrong.
So I think a good play here by Coach Lemenza to just give them the least amount of time as possible.
Yep.
But you want to talk about pinning your ears back. Just wait and see what Riverside does on this punt because they're going to be coming. They're going to be coming. I'd be surprised if they even put anybody back in there.
Well, with a short field like that, you may just have somebody back there because if it's short field, you may get a block or two.
Yeah, you keep somebody, but
if
Elwood's going to need to keep everybody in the block.
Right.
So.
I would have one back, and I'm sending it all. And I'm going to say, listen, if you hit the kicker, indirectly it's an automatic first down. It doesn't really matter. At that point, so just run and go.
So don't forget, folks, as I said, next Friday night we'll be at Helling Stadium as we take on Laurel. You talked a little bit about volleyball. They played a tough game last night against Shenango, our girls volleyball team. You can hear, if you want to catch that game, it's archived there at the ecwolverines.com page and our YouTube channel.
Over 1,000 subscribers.
Brad and Dakota covered that last night. They lost in 3 sets. I don't think they lost any of the sets by more than 3.
No, it was very competitive.
It was a competitive.
And there was a sequence where it was literally 20-some points back, 1-1.
So the girls got Beaver Monday night, and Tuesday night is senior night. Get out there against Mohawk and see the girls at their senior night. 3 senior girls. Just been a lot of fun to watch over the last 4 years. Come and see them off of their last regular season home game.
Here's
good
the kick.
Snap. Oh, they brought the kitchen, but he get
about 20 seconds,
and there he is at the 30-yard line. Jukes and jives, makes a man miss. Great coverage. Downfield. Declan Gray was in there to meet that, and it was O'Brien and McClimans. McClimans was in there to make things happen, to not give him a shot. So 15 seconds for Riverside to deal with here. They are out of timeouts, correct, Brad?
Correct, yeah. Everybody's out of timeouts. Now you kind of just maybe get one play off, out of bounds maybe, and then just chuck it to the end zone or just run.
At 28-yard line, I'm thinking if I'm Elwood City, I put a picket fence back there at about the 5-yard line, and then 5 other guys up chase and put 6 back there just to keep them out of the end zone. We saw this 2 years ago. Remember 2 years ago, Riverside here? They were at the end of the game like this. There's Hughes back, rolling out to the right. He's got time. Pursuit there.
By Baird.
There
you go. So here's your one play, basically.
Yep. Pickup of about 6 on the play. Goes out of bounds was Hughes. Was looking downfield, but Mary Ocker was over there to force him out of bounds. But Baird with pressure.
Sorry, Hobel.
Oh,
okay. My fault.
I saw the 7 and thought that too.
Yeah.
But So final seconds here of this first half. Riverside leading 7-0.
It looks like it's going to go that left side maybe.
Yep. Okay. Hughes back to pass. He looks, throws it downfield.
Oh, they're going to
throw it. There's a flag.
You know
Son
what,
of a gun.
You know what, though? No. That's an okay. I'm okay with that play because he was going to get open.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this because it's only 15 yards. It will be one down.
One play, one
time down. I'm okay with that.
Play. So.
Because, in fact, I may tell if you get beat, just take him down because it's just a 15-yard penalty.
I get it. Yeah. But you also give them one more shot.
Yeah, that's the only knock. You do give them one yard or one more shot.
I'll tell you here in about 20 seconds if it was a good idea or not. So
they should get the ball. I want to say it's going to be half the distance or at least to the 9-yard line. 9-yard line?
They keep walking, and
should be the
9-ish. It's going to be
10-ish.
One untimed down.
So about the 11.
Yep. About the 11-yard line. So big play here for Riverside offense, bigger play for Elwood City defense. They're going to want to go into halftime only down by 1 score. Mind you, Elwood City will get the ball first in the second half. So last play of this half, Hughes. Going back. He's looking, rolling to the right. He's got tons of green grass there, but there comes Mariocker. You got to stop him. Puts the ball up. Oh, you kidding? Touchdown. Incomplete.
Nope, he dropped it.
He dropped it.
Woo,
wow. Number 12, Aiden Garcia.
Wow.
He had good coverage. He had really good. He was covered very well.
Give credit to Zach Gatto.
Zach Gatto was there and came down. So the ball falls incomplete.
Wow.
So that makes
we
the
can
score,
all breathe.
Yes. 7-0 Riverside. Enjoy our Elwood City Pride of Elwood City Blue Band and Riverside and band and homecoming. And Brad will be working hard to get you stats. So enjoy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, the Lincoln High School Marching Blue Bands would like to pay tribute to Rock and Roll Hall of Famers, the Foo Fighters. the Blue Band will open with the lead single off the 1997 album, The Color and the Shape. Here is Monkey Wrench. Next, the Blue Band would like to feature the dance line with the hit song off 2011's album Wasting Light. Here is Walk. The Blue Band would like to conclude our Foo Fighters show with a song off their 2002 album, One by One, with All My Life. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lincoln High School Marching Blue Band! The Blue Band is under the direction of Mr. Lee Caldwell and Preston Miller. Choreography by Tyler Bacon Westfall and under the field leadership of Riley Odom. And now, the Blue Band Funk.
out in the field. It was like, dude, what? And then finally at the end, he actually, I think, tackled him to the ground. Like, well, I mean, he was being like, maybe not full way, like.
Ladies and gentlemen, please focus your attention to the 50-yard line. I am proud to present to you the members of our 2021 homecoming court and their escorts. In alphabetical order, Aliyah Campione, escorted by her host mother, Audrey Roy. Maylee DiBaggio, escorted by her mother, Dawnette DiBaggio. Madeline Damio, escorted by her father, Kevin Damio. Sydney Hale, escorted by her grandfather, Frank Mayo. Tess Harden, escorted by her father, Greg Harden. Emma Heron, escorted by her father, Brent Heron. Megan Zelch, escorted by her father, Dan Zelch. Before we announce the crown bearer and queen, the senior class would like to extend a special thanks to Blocker Jewelers for donating the crown and to Posies by Patty for donating the flowers. We appreciate your continued support. The crown bearer will be presented with roses from this year's senior class president, Lexi Huffnagel. This year's crown bearer is Maylee DiBaggio. Maylee will now crown the new 2021 homecoming queen. Let's have a round of applause for the 2021 homecoming queen. Madeline Damio. Congratulations to Madeline and the rest of the 2021 homecoming court.
Okay, welcome back, folks. Halftime here, just wrapping up. About 3 minutes here till the second half starts. Halftime score 7-0. Riverside up on Elwood City. A couple chances there for Riverside. Couple completions. That one right before halftime could have made it 14-0. There were a couple times the Riverside wide receivers were open downfield, a completion here or there, and all of a sudden this game could be pretty one-sided. But here we are, 3 minutes before third quarter, 7-0 Panthers. We got some stats for you, and mind you, these stats, they're very interesting. We'll put it that way. We expected either a barn burner or a bunch of back and forth, and so far that's kind of been the two things. The turnover by the Wolverines, the interception there, set up the Panthers with good field position, and the other thing since then, field position 101. Kind of been favoring Riverside so far, and that's why they end up with that 7-0 lead. Here we go. Halftime stats. Score was 7-0 Riverside offense-wise. You're going to write this down, folks, because it's less than 100 yards. Riverside has officially 73 yards on offense, 18 passing, 55 rushing. For the Wolverines, mark this down, 11 total yards on offense, all rushing. So 0 passing, 11 yards rushing. When you look at the total yardage combined, that's 83 yards in that first half. Penalties-wise, Elwood 8 for 60, Riverside 3 for 40. So once again, if you combine those 11 penalties, it combines for 100 yards. Take your 83, subtract 100, you've got officially, if you include penalties, minus 17 yards combined in this one. So not what we expected per se in terms of yardage, but hey, 7-0, one play can flip the script. First downs in favor of Riverside, 5-3, and then obviously the big play, the MVP so far in that first half. Number one quarterback and running back, basically. Number one, Sam Hughes, 9 carries for 41 yards, 1 touchdown, with that 1 touchdown being that 21-yard scramble up the middle, QB sneak for the touchdown. All right, folks, here we go. Out-of-town scores. And I know you guys were focusing on this. A lot of MAC conference action going on here. The big one that we've been following pretty closely, we expect this to be one-sided. Laurel up at halftime on Mohawk, 35-7. It looks like Laurel will come into Elwood next week with that perfect 8-0 record and 5-0 conference record. Other scores in the MAC conference. Beaver Falls early second quarter, 14-0 on Beaver Falls over Freedom. The one MAC conference game that is a little bit surprising, New Brighton actually had a lead 7-0 midway through the second quarter, and all of a sudden, here we go with 26 points. Neshannock is up at halftime, 20-13 on New Brighton. So as we speak, if New Brighton loses, Neshannock, I believe Neshannock, Beaver Falls, and Laurel, and indirectly Mohawk would have to win next week, or at least one of those two games in the last week to clinch as well. But and that will set up Freedom with the same thing. Freedom has to win 1 or 2 games here at the end, and they'll be clinched as well. Out-of-town non-conference games, Newcastle struggling.
Wow.
They struggled against Beaver last week and lost that game. They had 5 turnovers. That game was bumped to Saturday to finish it because of lightning in the area, and they had to delay it. They're coming back. They're down at halftime, 14-7 to Blackhawk. Central Valley cruising over Ambridge, 37-0. And in our last out-of-town score here, Cornell and Rochester at halftime, 7-all. So there you go, folks. Indirectly, 83 offensive yards combined, 100 yards penalties. That means negative 17 total yards if you include the penalties in this one. And you know what? None of that matters. We can throw this out the window. I'm not going to because I'm going to hit somebody. But I would throw this out the window because what's the score? 7-0.
It's
one
anybody's
play.
game.
One
it's
play.
Anybody's game.
A kickoff
and,
return.
And I apologize. I got down there and little reunion time.
Oh, boy.
Because had a nice conversation with former head coach of the Wolverines, Coach Rob Magnifico.
Awesome.
And Javon Moody. I forgot to mention that earlier. Javon, who coached here at Elwood City, is now working over at Riverside. So great to see Javon and Coach Mags. Always nice to visit with them. So they kind of had the same thought. I mean, they didn't tip their hand or anything about, but this game could go right down to the end. And at the end of the day, yes, you're two winless teams, but we got a really exciting half of football ahead of us.
Right, and like we said, one play, a kickoff return, a punt return, a interception in the opposite direction. All of a sudden, now this game flips. Or it's just crazy to sit here and think that this game is still 7-0. There's a couple opportunities there for Riverside to kind of separate it.
Well, yeah, they could have been a little harder for Elwood City.
Yep. But, hey, we like these kind of games at times. We like these low scoring, and it shows defense prevails right now, or indirectly it shows that the offense can't get anything going.
Right.
So we'll keep track of all those MAC conference scores. We'll keep you updated at the end of tonight's game because we'll potentially talk about a couple teams clinching in the MAC conference. Yes, they do take 5 teams this year, which is kind of crazy and absurd, but hey, we like it. We like to hear that a conference with 8 teams get 5 in. That's kind of nice. But we'll talk a little bit about our results here and kind of preview a little bit of maybe next week. Like we said, it looks like Laurel's going to come into Elwood City next week with an 8-0, 5-0 perfect record on the line.
That's a pretty good football team.
It is.
They could very well represent our conference very, very well.
Yep.
So here's the run-up and the kick by Riverside. Number 23, we don't have his name. High end over end kick, and that ball is going to bounce and picked up there at about the 18-yard line by Carter Lutz. He's got a hole up the middle, dragging down by behind at the 32-yard line. I found out at halftime, and I did not get his name. The reason we don't have number 23 kicker on the roster is he just joined the team here 2 weeks ago. So that was his first ever kick for extra point, and we saw him kick off there. Some information that Coach Rob Magnifico
That's
told
awesome.
me. But I didn't get his name, so maybe get somebody here to tell. But
tackler was number 33, or Gavin.
So here comes the Wolverines wanting to get something going on offense. What'd they end up with? Like I said, I got
11 total yards.
I got reminiscing down there on the sidelines at halftime. There's a handoff to Gatto, makes a man miss. Brought down there by number 75, Jeffrey Wise, with the aggressive tackle. Picked up a couple yards. And there was a couple years that Elwood did not play Riverside there, probably, 8-10 years ago. I don't know how long it was. Yep. And I think the WPIL finally figured out that you got to let these teams play because, yes, it's a rivalry. But like I said, you get down here and it gives the community a chance to visit together. Yes, you're wearing blue, I'm wearing green. Yes, we want to beat each other, but at the end of the day, we're all from that Beaver County, Elwood City area, and it's great to get together.
And if you're colorblind and colors mesh together.
Yeah, where I'm at, I'm good to go. So, flag on the play. We got movement by the Wolverines. Something that just kind of started here tonight. We've not seen much trouble with that throughout the season.
Yeah, you're right.
But tonight it has reared its ugly head. I want to give a shout out to the boosters this year. Had reached out to any alumni that would like to sponsor a game ball. And tonight's sponsor was 1990 graduate Jason Timmerman. Jason, as I said, graduated in 1990. He played outside linebacker, running back, defensive back. He was a part of those really good teams in the 87, 88. He continued playing while attending West Virginia University. During college, Jason started out as a free safety and later moved to linebacker. I never knew he played for West Virginia.
Interesting.
Jason is currently Vice President of Environmental Workplace Safety in Allegheny County Airport Authority. So thank you, Jason Timmerman.
Yep. So
run on that play. I'm sorry, I got the reading.
Zach Gatto to the 36, taken down by number one Hughes.
So pickup of not much on the play, going to bring up a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, it kind of gets that penalty yardage back, but that's a little bit. But once again, that 3rd down and 5, 3rd down and 6.
So senior Stifler out over the ball at center. Magnifico in the shotgun. He's primarily from the shotgun. 2 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left. Back to pass. Throws it out there. Good coverage there by number 28, but there comes the flag. I thought it needed to come. O'Brien out in the flat trying to make that catch, and Zach Hare got a little handsy on that one and grabbed onto O'Brien as he was diving for the ball. That's going to be a penalty of the 15-yard type. So another first down for the Wolverines via the penalty, marking off 15 yards. That's about the third one of them tonight, maybe fourth one. The fourth first down that the Elwood has got by the help of a penalty by the Riverside defense. So new set of downs also in Riverside territory. 1st and 10, the Wolverines. We didn't mention enough tonight, pink out.
Both teams.
Both
sides.
teams representing that. Hand off to Gatto.
There we go.
Gets some running room. Nice first down run there. Pickup of about 6 yards by Gatto. I think that was number 53 getting up Avery Wolf out of the bottom of the pile. So pick up a 5 on the play, and we'll take that. Every play. So I guess it was Lutz that carried that. I beg your pardon. So yes, we got I formation this time. Caden and Lutz are back there, McClimans. There's a handoff to Lutz. Met there, about a 2-yard gain, but into the waiting arms of number 55, Joseph Reed. Going to bring up a third down and about 4. Ball resting on the 43-yard line.
So that'll set up about a 3rd and long 3 or 4 yards here.
Yes.
It's about 4.
Yep. Split Mariacher out to the right. I formation. Everybody else in tight. Back to pass.
Wide open.
Throws it down there.
Intercepted.
Oh, interception?
Yep.
Oh, shoot.
Number 2.
Number 2, Robert Janis with the interception. It was the far side of the field. And hard to see. There was 2 would-be receivers over there for Elwood City, O'Brien and Mariacher. And they were open for an instant, but closing fast was Janis to get the second turnover for Riverside tonight. Defense. So interception there on this first drive from Elwood City gives no return on the interception. So it's going to be Riverside's ball, 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
And once again, the turnover, it's a drive killer.
Drive killer, yeah.
That's twice now.
A little bit happening there.
And the first one went for a touchdown on that next drive.
The next drive.
You got to hold them here.
Riverside may have taken a timeout there. I'm not sure. They were over on this side for a while.
So here comes Riverside and a
there's
flag.
Now what?
Dead ball foul, delay a game. So a nice catch there, Dakota. He first thought they called timeout, but they did not. They converted over here on the sidelines and did not get back on the field in time to get a play off. So that's going to mark him back 5 yards to 1st and 15.
And that's now, oh boy, 14 penalties now.
Is there 14 penalties?
I think it's
in this
3
game?
so far in the second half alone.
So sends a man in motion. It's Hughes. Handoff there to number 3. Hit by Stifler. And nice tackle there by Stifler. And Carter Lutz at the ankles of runner number 2, Robert Janis. Pick up about 2 or 3. Gave him 2 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 13. And I hate to even say this, but that guy that said it was going to rain at 8 o'clock was wrong. So, because it's not raining yet.
Could you see rain right now in this game?
No, I don't. Actually, why not?
Right?
Why not? Hughes on this 2nd and 13, back to pass. Dumps it.
Picked
There's
off.
an interception.
There you go.
A nice, great play there
Mariacher.
by Mariacher. Just jumped up there out of nowhere. He came and made the interception for the Wolverines. Hughes was trying to go out kind of a dump pass, if you will, and Mariacker came out of nowhere and made the nice sure-handed catch. Going to be Elwood City ball, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Once again, 35 yards.
30. You got. I said at the beginning, whoever's going to take advantage of the other team's mistakes, and you have to capitalize on them at this point in the game.
And at this point, you know what you do? You just force turnover. Just chuck one up. See what you can get.
Yep.
Catch them off
so
guard.
You got 2 to the right. You might get her this play. There's Magnifico. Quick handoff there to Lutz. Falls forward for about 1 yard. So 65 on the tackle. Devin Barnes with the tackle. Very minimal gain on that play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10.
We're going to have to count the number of drives in this game because, it feels like it's going bang, bang,
yeah,
bang,
it's
bang,
back and forth, back and forth. So 2 wide outs to the right, 1 short field on the left is Mariacker. Magnifico gets the snap, hands off to Carter Lutz, tries to get up there, pushing the Powell forward. Number 65 was there, Devon Barnes, and 53 was in there too, Avery Wolf. Pick up of, going to give him about 2 on that play, going to bring up a 3rd down and 7. We didn't talk about it much. The leading rusher coming into this game was Janice, having 48 on Riverside side. I'll get to that when they get the ball back. So on this 3rd and 7, man in motion is Gatto.
Play.
Flea flicker around.
Peyton O'Brien's got blocker.
He's got some room out front. 1 man to beat, and nice tackle there.
Sets up
by,
a 4th and 1
by Barton. If Barton doesn't make that tackle, that O'Brien's still running. But positive yardage on the play. On the double reverse or whatever you want to call that, Brad.
Yep.
Going to be a 4th and a short 3. Credit Barton on that tackle because O'Brien's a lot bigger than Barton, and Barton got low and got him down to keep him short of the sticks. Big play here early in this 3rd quarter. Well, 5:45. Quarter's been flying by. On a 4th and 3, don't go in tight like this. Trying to go forward is Magnifico, and he needed 3, got about a half a yard. Ball over on downs. Going to be
Ball turnover on down, Riverside possession.
so Riverside, Elwood City not able to capitalize on
You made that call before it even
know.
happened. I don't know what else to say.
And
I don't know what else to say.
No, you got your guys in the front are not big enough to get 3 yards all stacked up like that.
Right.
Riverside was too big on the other side. Now,
And
see,
they come
Hughes
back
tries
and do the
that and
same
they
thing.
do it, and it's pretty much the same thing. So Hughes, this is why I'm not an offensive coordinator. So really no gain of 2 yards on the play. Big Ben Bobbert getting up from the bottom of the pile. So, oh, thank you. So going to bring up a 2nd down and 8, just about 5 minutes remaining. I tell you what, this is too early to say that, but all Riverside really needs to do now is just get some
run the clock.
first downs for the rest of the game.
Right, run the clock.
Hughes, dump pass over to number 33, saving tackle
very
there.
Lucky.
Saving
Number
tackle
4.
there by Magnifico. They had everybody in tight and just dumped it out there to Orgovin. Out to the 41-yard line. Picked up, about 11 on that play?
About 14.
14.
Yeah.
So on that 1st down, 2nd down catch, saving tackle there by Magnifico. Keeper here by Hughes. You know, the field's too wet to be the old 4 yards in a cloud of dust, but that's about what Riverside's doing right now on the keeper. How many? That's Hughes. He's probably ran that play 10 times tonight, and scored on 1, got 21. But He's getting about 4 yards on each play.
63 and 10. 63 and 10. I don't think we have a 53.
Yeah, we do.
We do?
Yep, Avery Wolf.
No, for
Elwood?
tackle. Yep.
Okay. All right. Hughes in the shotgun. This time he's going to rush right. Big Ben Bobbert. Oh, just crushed that kid. Here's Hughes around the left side. Pushed out of bounds by Hobel. Going to be short of the first down stick by not very much. But Big Ben Bobbert came around the backside, and the kid did slow him down, but it was like a speed bump. Ben's weighing in there. Wow, my roster. Listed at 6'3", 330, and big boy coming at you. But nonetheless, a pickup of about 6 on the play, bringing up a 3rd and 1, ball sitting right at midfield. Now they got him spread out, and Hughes is handoff there to number 2.
Number 9.
Fouls his way forward. At number 9,
Yep,
Jacob
tackle.
Jackson.
Sorry, no, with the tackle.
Number 2.
Sorry.
No, O'Brien with the tackle. Number 2, Janis with the run. I said earlier, he's the leading rusher for Riverside coming into tonight's game in 6 games. He has. These are unofficial. We had a hard time finding Riverside stats on Trib or Max Preps, but he's averaged about 3.6 yards a carry. Carried the ball 48 times coming into tonight, and he's been most of the workload here this evening. 1st and 10, Hughes, hand to number 3. Up the middle he goes. Nobody there. He's on his way. He's at 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. 45-yard run for number 3, Brody Barton. Up the middle he went, and once he got past the initial line of scrimmage, he was untouched into the end zone, making the score 13-0, 3:32. I hope that's not the backbreaker, Brad.
Yep. I mean,
for the Elwood City fans.
It's still
it's
3
early,
minutes,
a
third
struggling
quarter,
offense, but
it's-
just not a nice run there. And they kind of had things spread out.
Yep.
Did Riverside on that play. And here's the kick down, kick up, and it is just a bit short. So that keeps our score 13-0. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. 3:32 remaining here in the third quarter. Riverside just on about a they scored off the interception again.
Yep.
There's a squib kick taken up by one of the up men, Mariocker. No, I believe that's Hobel. Nice return of about 15 yards. Picked it up at about the 35, brought it out to the 48.
It was Mariocker. Yep.
It was Mariocker. I see that 7. It messes me up.
Right.
So Mariocker on the return. So that play for Riverside covered about 60 yards, capped off by the 30-yard touchdown run by Brody Barton, making the score 13-0. The extra point just came up a little bit short. So Wolverines coming out here. So 3:27. Actually, the third quarter was moving along quite quickly.
Yep.
So I formation got Gatto and Lutz, the 2 seniors, in that I. Quick handoff. Oh my gosh! Hitting immediately there. Brandon Gasper said, "How you doing?" and just put him to the ground for Gatto for no gain on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10 now for the Wolverines. Once again, Thad Sturgeon alongside Brad Windhorst, cameraman Dakota Marshall. We do thank you for joining us this evening. And you can catch all of this season's games and season's past games at our ecwolverines.com website. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel and get all of Elwood City sports. Magnifico rolls out the pass, throws it out there. A little too high for O'Brien. Coverage there by number 28. Once again, Zach Hare. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. You know, we've seen O'Brien make some pretty good catches, but he's still just got to get to where he can get to them. And a couple times tonight was unable to do so. So 3rd and 10. Magnifico running to the sidelines and comes back in to the huddle. We're going to have a timeout by Elwood City. We're going to take a timeout too.
All right, folks, welcome back. 3rd quarter here, 2:43. We want to do a shout-out. We sometimes forget this every single time.
We did it again.
107.3 WXCD, the Moose.
I'm so sorry. And I thought on the way in here, I thought we're going to start off with that tonight. So, hey, 107.3. Hey, and if you're listening on the YouTube channel during the week, check out 107.3 when you're driving around town. A back to pass is Magnifico on this 3rd down. Throws it downfield. There's a catch. Great catch by O'Brien. Wow. Ask and you shall receive. I just told you the kid's got hands. Get the ball to him, and he did. And that's going to be an Elwood City 1st down. A nice pickup on that play.
About
down
16
to the
yards.
46-yard line on that slant catch by O'Brien. And I missed it, but really good coverage.
Yeah.
Good coverage, better catch by O'Brien. But 107.3 The Moose, it's just a neat musical format. There'll be songs there you have not heard in a while, but they're songs that you're going to like. Check them out. Hope you're listening on there tonight. If you're on the YouTube channel in town throughout the week, check out Ricky Venezzi's station there at 107.3. There's Magnifico handoff to Gatto. Finds a little bit of seam, and a Powell pushed forward for a bit. Progress.
The late whistles.
Yeah.
And Gatto's a little bit slow to get up because of it.
He got really crushed there.
I mean, he went back almost 3-4 yards, and that whistle finally then blows. I'm not.
And Gatto's going to go to the sidelines on his own power, but Trainer Travis is over there going to just size up the situation and see how he's doing. So 2nd and 8, pickup of a couple on that play for Zach Gatto. There's a handoff.
Carter Lutz
got a flag coming in. Doggone it. Those could be drive killers.
Yep.
So on that 2nd and 7, Carter finds his way forward for a couple. We'll wait to see what the flag is.
Yeah,
who was tackled?
Technically, it was number 20 on the tackle.
Number 20 on the tackle. Okay, Newman. Hello, Newman.
And there you go.
There's the holding.
Penalty number 15.
15 penalties.
Whew.
So far tonight.
And I know this is going to sound so
terrible. Going
back
10-yard spot foul.
I was just going to say, this is going to sound so terrible. I'd rather have a false start at this point. 5 yards than versus 10.
Yeah, in a spot foul. Brings you back to the 48. Going to bring up a 2nd and about 17, I'm going to call it. So Gatto is back in the slot position. Waits the snap. Magnifico. Delayed handoff this time to Carter Lutz, driving his way forward. Going to pick up about 7. Blow the whistle, guys. And in there on the stop. Was that number 57 this time? I believe Brandon Gasper in there making some noise. But pickup of about 5 for Lutz. And I'm fortunate Carter, broke that hand.
Yep.
He got back into the lineup after missing a couple weeks, but he had that, oven mitt on. I mean, my nephew plays for junior high, and he's like, man, you ought to see them when they're wrap that hand up.
And the other one that we haven't talked about recently, Ashton Wilson.
Ashton Wilson, we're missing him on this team.
Yeah.
He was a playmaker and had some shoulder Magnifico back to pass. Going down deep. Oh, a little bit underthrown. I thought O'Brien had a chance at it, and number 1, Hughes, was there to break it up. Actually, Hughes had a better chance of catching that ball than O'Brien. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 12. 4th and 12. Wow, it's 3rd down already. 4th and 12. Ball from a 39-yard line. Down 13-0.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to go for it.
You have to now.
Waning seconds here of the 3rd quarter. Just 24 seconds remaining.
Because all you're going to do is maybe gain 20, 25 yards if you punt it.
Yeah.
And even then, the clock's going to run. So you got to attempt it here.
Right. So big play here on this 4th down. The Wolverines are 0-2 on 4th downs tonight?
Yep.
So 3 wide outs to the right, short side left, Mariacker down. Heavy pursuit by number 55, Magnifico on that right side. He's going to stretch it out, and he's going to find the sticks. Great run by Magnifico. He needed 12 yards, got 13. That's a 1st down, Elwood City. Number 55, Joseph Reed, was all up in the grill of Magnifico. He was able to elude that, and around that right side he went. And it has some pretty green grass over there. Riverside was closing quickly, but he saw them where the stick needed to get to, and he got there. Good play by Magnifico to keep that drive alive.
I know this sounds crazy, but that may have been our longest rush in like 4 or 5 weeks.
You never know what you're going to see at a football game, folks. History every day. Magnifico, handoff there to Lutz, makes the first man miss, jukes and jives, pushes the pile ahead.
Down to
going to pick up about 4. And nice run there by Carter because he got initially hit in the tackle field.
So number 20 again.
Number 20 again on that tackle, Newman. That brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter with Riverside leading the contest 13-0. A couple things here quick, folks, as we're between the 3rd and 4th quarter. Next week, we will be at Elwood City hosting the Laurel Spartans. A couple fundraisers we want to bring up. They're the Elwood City cheerleaders, and I think they'll be selling tickets there next Friday at the game. If not, see a cheerleader, see a booster. Their Black Friday gift basket, $1,000 worth of gift cards. I mean, there's gift cards for everything in there. Bed Bath and Way Beyond, probably Home Depot. I don't know. Get all your gift cards you need for a $10 donation. For that ticket, you get that. And also, the wrestling team is having a Black Friday gift card basket as well. It's worth like $900, $1,000. Check all these places out on your Facebook page, like them, and get all of their updates. And then we're going to talk about Chris Wise, our friend at the baseball team. They are selling the new blue EC hats.
The classic.
The classic. You need to order them to get them. They're going to be a hot ticket, so get on there. All the proceeds from that go to the Elwood City Baseball Boosters. So, as you know, last year with COVID, all boosters organizations, I don't care if you're Elwood City, Laurel, Mohawk, Riverside, they had a tough time. So open up them pocketbooks, take some chances, and at the same time support some great causes. The boosters do so much for the athletics. So we got 2nd and 5. Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Yep.
I was a playoff. I was a playoff. 2nd and 5. Carter Lutz had that 5-yard run. Wolverines now entering the red zone right inside that 20-yard line. Magnifico under center, handoff to Carter Lutz. Falls his way forward for 2. Big hit there by number 53, Avery Wolf. So pick up of, not much. About 1 on a play. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 4. McClymon's checking out. Lutz checking out. Gavin Partridge, the freshman, checking in. Number 55 for the Wolverines out there on the line. Maddox Singer, along with Big Ben Bobbert. Senior Stifler's out there. Number 63, Anthony Baird. And got Hobel up there on that line on this third and fourth play. Handoff to Gatto, hit in the backfield and thrown back down.
Wise and Wolf.
Wise and Wolf in there on the stop for no gain. 4th and 4. This is, hey, they've converted the last fourth down. Let's see if they can do it again. Real nice group of guys here in the press box tonight helping us out with some names and everything. We appreciate them. So, on this 4th and 4, 3 wide outs on the short side. Hobel out to the left. He's going to go. Oh, Magnifico makes a man miss. Dives his way forward. Hit hard there. Going to be a spot where, shoot. 33 came up. Orgavan. And Wolf was in there.
And he is down as well.
Magnifico is slow to get up. The trainer's meeting him. And unfortunately, Magnifico needed about 5 yards, only got about 4. That's going to be ball over on downs. We've seen that several times tonight. But Magnifico gets up on his own power. Got a little hitch in his giddy up as he's walking on his own power off the field. So, 10:32 remaining. Riverside with the 13-0 lead. And they're going to have the ball at about the 18-yard line. Take over. No. Justin. That's not wrong. Sorry about that, Brad.
Yep. Nope,
talking to our new friends up here. So, Hughes in the shotgun. Back to pass.
Why?
Nice catch there. Snagged it out of midair. Was number 28, Zach Hare.
I know you
no
and I are
gain on the
not.
play. I know.
I don't understand. What are we doing?
Well, unless
What
they're
are you
just trying
doing?
to possibly catch him off guard.
Even then, you're up 13-0. You're up by 2 scores. Just run the darn ball.
Yep.
We're not coordinators.
Yep. We work for free nachos from the press box.
Listen, those nachos were
They have
good.
them here too. But
Oh,
the
boy.
line was 30 deep. That's why you didn't
yep.
get your Pepsi. Hughes with the keeper runs up there, gets airborne, falls forward for about a yard. I think Anthony Baird was in on there, and number 7, Caden McClymans. Credit them guys getting in there. So a third down here for Riverside, and I just have a feeling that the coaching staff was really open just to get some first downs on this drive. Ball setting at the 19 on this basically third and 10.
Clock rolling down to about 9 minutes here soon.
So
kind of a big play here for the
Hughes
Wolverines.
in the shotgun, got 2 wides to the left, bringing 1 in motion, and I think Riverside wants to think about this because they would like to get a first down to help keep that clock going. So 9:12 remaining. The score is 13-0. Riverside using their first timeout of the half. Also, I don't know what the board did approve last night on an exact date, but there will be a Powder Puff game this year. There was not one last year, COVID restrictions, but the Elwood City cheerleaders boosters will be sponsoring the Powder Puff game. And I think it was looking like dates of like November 5th or 6th. And we will stream that game, but not live. That is a fundraiser. We want as many people to get out there to watch the girls play football. And they always load that concession stand up.
Yep.
It's worth coming out, supporting the cheerleaders, seeing the girls play. You see some big plays. Actually, there was a sturgeon that scored a touchdown in a Powder Puff game. So that may never happen again. But Hughes back to pass on this 3rd and 10. He's going to use his legs, gets his way up there, got the 10 yards, 15. Wow. You know, they had the coverage downfield. He had nowhere to go to. He got 10 yards. He needed 10 yards. He got about 15. and that's just what they wanted to do, is move them sticks. That's a first down for Riverside up to the 35-yard line. Picked up 15 on the play. Forced out of bounds there. I missed who that was.
That was Peyton O'Brien.
O'Brien pursuing to get him out of bounds, but not after a 15-yard gain.
Oof.
So, 9 minutes to go here in this contest. Hughes going to hand off there to number 3. Broden up through. Oh, he just was about one step away from breaking that through, but Peyton O'Brien drags him up. Does Barton up by the ankles. And
so O'Brien and McClymonds.
McClymonds in on the stop, but not after a 5-yard gain. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 5. Got Damian McCandless in there on that front line with Big Ben Baird, Benjamin Bobbert and Baird, and Hobel on the front 4. Hand off to Hughes, breaks around to outside. Nice tackle there by Gavin Partridge. Got low, a loss on the play. Going to lose a couple yards, did Hughes on the keeper. A late flag come in, a second late flag come in. Ah, doggone it.
Yep,
they were
here
looking at Ellwood
Get
when
chippy.
they did it. So
Discipline 101.
I think Elwood was getting chippy with themselves. But we'll wait to see what the men in stripes have to say. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Elwood City.
There you go.
Easy first down, plus the 15 yards. It was not a hit. There was something probably said.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And I don't think they were exchanging their mother's peach pie recipe.
RivEll Cup, down 13-0. Things are said. I don't know why. No clue why.
Tempers flare, but you got to keep them in check. And you can't do them right in front of the ref.
Yeah.
Okay, 1st and 10 for Riverside, now entering into Elwood City territory. Ball at about the 45, 46-yard line. Maddox Singer out there in that linebacker position. Hobel went off. There's a handoff to number 2. Pulling his way forward, and for Janice up the middle, pick up a couple on that play. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 7.
Yep. So Peyton O'Brien once again.
Yep, O'Brien was in there, getting up off the bottom of the pile. So Hughes in a shotgun. There's a handoff to number 2, and taken down there from behind. Heavy pursuit by a bunch of Wolverines. I think it was Caden McClymonds in there, getting the first hands on Janice, and Maddox Singer, number 55, was in there too as well. So pickup of about 1 on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 4. Ball resting on the 38-yard line. So we'll wait and okay, empty backfield. Hughes is back there by himself. Now he brings Janice back in to stand behind him. Man in motion. Hand off to Janice. Makes a weave, waves his way through, makes a man miss. Goes all the way down to the 20-yard line on that 3rd and 4, and he got about 18 yards on that play. All the way down to the 20-yard line. More importantly, gets Riverside another first down.
Yep. I want to say it was Gatto and Declan Gray combined on that
Declan Gray
tackle.
back in there now. I missed him coming in. So freshman Declan Gray in the defensive backfield. Hughes with the keeper. Stutter steps a little bit, and met there by Gavin Partridge and Maddox Singer. Some new jerseys in there. We see Damian McCandless in there on that defensive line. Peyton O'Brien still out there. Maddox Singer in the linebacker position. So Riverside right now just really not in a hurry. Just a matter of getting the ball off before the play clock that is not working expires. So using the shotgun. Mishandles the ball, but he gets it picked up. Rolls around to that right side, making something out of nothing. Makes a man miss. Over the right side he goes. He's at the 10, the 5, into the end zone. That's a touchdown for Riverside. 20-yard run for Hughes on a busted play. Good googly moogly. That makes the score 19-0. Riverside in the lead. Credit Hughes for that one. He, made something out of nothing. A little bit of a slow snap. He gets it picked up and just let his legs do the rest. So Riverside down, leading 19-0, appears to be going for 2 with 5:43 remaining in the contest. Hughes, we got a flag on a play way up in there. That's going to go in, but we're going to wait to see what the flag is. That Janice with the 2-point conversion. Let's wait to see what the flag is. And the way they're acting, I think it's going to be against Elwood City. I'm still waiting to see and not seeing anything just yet. The Elwood City I think it was against.
I'm wondering if it's against Riverside because they're coming
maybe
back.
Maybe a little bit of an offsides coming in here. Yeah, false start on Riverside. So instead of being at the 2.5, 3 yard line, they're going to back it up to about the 8 on the 5-yard penalty. So we'll wait to see what they have up their sleeve for this play on this extra point conversion. Still looks like they're going to be going for 2. Hughes in his shotgun. He's going to go back to pass. He rolls out to the right, finds a man out there, and a little too tall for number 10. It was intended for Newman, number 20. So that makes our score 19-0. Quick timeout here. 5:43 remaining. Welcome back, folks. 19-0. There's the kick taken there, fallen on wisely by O'Brien at about the 34-yard line. So Elwood City taking over now, 1st and 10. Do I dare ask what our offensive numbers are in this half for Elwood City, Brad?
I can tell you. At least we did get positive yardage combined.
Okay.
So far, 77 yards. So they got 66 yards this second half. Riverside at 218.
Okay, yeah, Riverside really turned it on here.
By the way, couple updates. 34-13 to Shannock now, and Laurel, 54-9.
Jeez, Laurel over 54-9 against what, Mohawk?
Yep.
Back to pass, throws it up there into triple coverage that time, and Mariaca could not come down with the ball. So
Declan Gray is now in at quarterback.
We got Gray in as quarterback. I missed that. So freshman Declan Gray coming in the last 5.5 minutes of this contest to try the quarterback duties. Magnifico banged up a little bit, but he was back out. He was not back out there on defense. So trying to look on the sidelines, and it's just really hard to see behind all the players. exactly what, if they're working on Magnifico or just what. So Gray in the shotgun. As I said, a freshman had movement up front by Riverside.
No, by Elwood.
I mean, by Elwood, I beg your pardon. False start. What's about the 5th or 6th one tonight? We haven't seen that many all season. They've been pretty good discipline-wise.
Yep.
And
I am supposed to give credit where it's due. Those scores were brought to you by my colleagues, Mr. Leonard Rich, superintendent at
Mr.
Laurel,
Leonard Rich. I need to meet
as
this.
well as Mr. Ernest Orelli at Furnishinic.
I need to meet this Leonard Rich. I mean, I heard about him. I hear he's a pretty good dude. Rich, next week at Laurel.
There
When
you
Laurel's
go.
at Elwood. Come up to the press box, bring a pizza with you.
Hey,
we'll
listen,
talk.
I tell
There's
you
a
what,
handoff.
he can tell you stories about Laurel football back in the, I believe, 70s, 80s, and 90s. He can give you the whole credit, Westminster and everything.
All right, well, tell him. Tell him I like
Will do.
sausage and cheese.
And nachos.
And nachos. So we'll be in the press box. I'll get to meet this guy. I've heard a lot about him. So 3rd and 14. Who was the carrier?
Carter Lutz.
Carter Lutz. I'm sorry, folks. We got to setting up our menu for next week by one of the opposing team superintendents, if he's listening. So,
if there's one game that you kind of wish was away every time, and that's
yeah,
the
I
Laurel.
know.
That's
Laurel.
the
And
Laurel.
last year, we got screwed last year because of COVID. All I hear is about how great they're. Okay, Declan Gray back to pass. Throws it out there to Gatto, and he's hit immediately.
Yep.
Gatto with the catch, and the tackle there was that
Number
21?
Yeah, I want to say 20 or 21. I want to say it was number 20. Yeah, number 20.
Oh,
number 20.
Number 20.
Yep.
Newman. So 4th down for Elwood City, ball on the 30-yard line, bringing up a 4th and 14.
Punting, I believe it's going to be number 10.
Yep, Mariacker is the snap with the snap.
Yep, punting is Lutz.
Good snap. There's the kick, driving kick, taken there. Fair caught, well played there by number 20, Newman, to get the fair catch. If he don't catch that ball rolls for another 20 yards. So the ball was resting at the
50?
Yep, at the 50, and that's about a 20. I forget where it
Little
was.
20.
Was it 30?
20. Yep.
Okay.
20. Brad Winhorst with the assist.
Yes, thank you,
on
Brad.
your mathematics,
Thank you, Brad. So 3:58 remaining here. Riverside got the game well in hand, leading 19-0. And here's Hughes. There's a fumble, alertly jumped on by number 33, Orgavon. Bringing up a 2nd down and 12. Lost 2 on the play. Mariacker was right there, but just not able to get it. Trenton Schilling, he's a freshman, coming in there in the defensive backfield, along with freshman Declan Gray. Lutz is still back there. There's Hughes. Kind of a busted play, but he makes his man miss, rolls his way forward. His number 2, Janis, was hit in the backfield, but pinballed his way around to get back to the original line of scrimmage, taken down finally there by Caden McClymon's number 7. So stick around after the game, folks. We'll have stats and out-of-town scores for you. The playoff picture is going to be a lot clearer tonight.
Yep. New Brighton losing 34-13 pretty much.
Yep, sealed his fate for several other teams. There's Hughes, rolls out to the left this time, throws the ball up. Just out of bounds. Nice try there by number 28, Zach Hare. Could not get the toe tap down as he was on the line. But applaud the effort. Just about 2 inches on the wrong side of the line. Once again, we want to thank our friends at 107.3 The Moose. If you're listening on the radio dial tonight, if you're not and you're listening on the YouTube channel, take a look and do that.
This is great. We're having a conversation with Neshannock coaches and Laurel coaches and whatnot. That's awesome.
We appreciate that. There's a punt, high punt, not real deep, super high, and goes out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. So a 20-yard punt. Actually, Hughes does a pretty good job punting back there. Not the distance on that one. He does get the hang time out of it, though.
Yep. So about a 20. We're trading 20-yard punts here, apparently.
Yep. So the Wolverines right back to where they were before. Just ran 2 minutes off the clock. So 2:33 remaining here for the Wolverines. And several clean jerseys coming in now for Aiden Garcia. Looks to be in the defensive backfield. Number 63 on the line for Joshua Rosenberg. We mentioned his name all night. So Gray in the shotgun. Got two wide outs to the right, sidecar to his right. Hand off to Carter Lutz. Met in the middle there, pickup of about 2 or 3 on the play. Panthers defensive line was there to meet him. I think Brody Barton playing defense was in there.
Yep. So
and Jeffrey Wise. We'll give Wise credit
number 75.
for that. So don't forget, folks, next Friday night we will be from Helling Stadium Senior Night. And it's going to be nice weather, I just have a feeling. So make yourself out to the stadium. Probably about 6:15, 6:30 we'll go on the air and introduce all of our seniors. But come on out and see them in person. I know it mean a lot to them to get that stadium full. Fumble on the play on the snap, and that's going to be recovered by Riverside. Number 53 stands up raising his arms, Avery Wolf, and that was just a missed snap there and really hit Declan in the foot, bounced back. There was nothing he could do with that, and Avery Wolf alertly jumps on the ball. Elwood City's, third turnover of the night?
Yep. No, it would be fourth, I think.
Fourth,
they had a fumble as well.
Yeah, another fumble earlier.
Yep.
So now Riverside back out with 1:39 remaining.
Who was on the recovery? Wolf or?
Wolf. Yes, Wolf
okay.
was on the recovery. So young Dambaugh down there is the with the headsets on for Riverside, a standout player here 4 or 5 years ago, and he played, I believe, at Gannon. There's a pass to number 12, pinballed and brought down at the 19 by number 42, Trenton Schilling. Nice pickup on the play, going to be enough, down to inside the 20 for a first down. So on this 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line, Hughes in there at quarterback. Hands off to number 44, dives his way forward, taken out at the knees by Carter Lutz. Number 44, Rowan Law, his first carry of the night. Picks up 2 yards, going to bring up a 2nd and 8 as we enter the final minute of the game. So I see the RivEll Cup now at about midfield on the 50-yard line. There's a handoff to Law again around that left side. Weaves his way for positive yardage. Nice cutback run there.
Some
McClymonds in there on the stop after about a 5-yard gain for Law. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 with 30 seconds remaining. I do think they have to run a play.
Yep, one play here, and then we'll see the RivEll Cup come across the field.
It's down there. Hughes.
Oh, the coach is going to get it here. Oh, there's the Gatorade.
Yeah, the Gatorade dump. So, pushed out of bounds was Hugh, but they keep the clock running. And a little Gatorade bath there for first-year coach and his first win, Fran Ramsden, and I'm sure an exciting win for him. The clock strikes 0. That makes the score 19-0, and Riverside celebrating. Elwood City with a long walk back to the locker room. So, folks, a nice game here tonight. Beautiful night. The rain did hold off. We'll see you. Good luck the rest of the way. Yeah. Give us a second here, folks, and we'll get some halftime stats for you.
Yep, we'll take a little bit of a break here and bring back some final stats here from Riverside High School, as well as some out-of-town scores. So keep the dial on here for a couple minutes, and we'll come back.
Welcome back, folks. As Brad here is finishing up on some stats and some out-of-town scores. A lot of big things happening in the WPIL. We always promote 107.3, the radio station, the Moose, but also check out 92.1 on Friday nights on your way home. They can really do a great job. Don Rebel and his show and his podcast during the week, but his show really highlights a lot of the things that go on in the WPIAL in all sections. Very good information. So, Brad, are you ready over there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, final score here from Riverside High School, 19-0. The Panthers win once again. I think that is now officially 5 years in a row that Riverside has won since 2016 and on. Riverside 5 straight victories over the Wolverines. Total offense for Riverside, 239, 43 passing, 196 rushing. For the Wolverines, they finished with just 79 yards, 16 passing, 63 rushing. Penalty-wise, 12 for 95.
Wow, that's painful.
I mean, Wolverines came in, I think it was 25 penalties total on the year. And they tack
in
on
5
12.
games, and they get 12
Yep.
tonight.
And in Riverside, 6 for 65. So if you combine those yardages, 18 for 170 yards, you take that from the total, we're talking maybe 130 total offensive yards between the two teams tonight. So a lot of
Technically,
mistakes.
It's 160 to
Yeah,
correct your
yeah.
math.
Yeah, you're right. 160. Sorry, I had 170 in mind because
I'm sorry.
that's
Go ahead. I
no,
didn't
no,
mean to
no,
interrupt
no.
you.
That's literally the difference. The difference would have been 178 or something like that
Yeah.
once you take it out. So,
Okay.
but I mean, there's not much to say other than that's why these two teams only have one victory total. Turnovers 3-1. Wolverines did fall with only 3 in that one. First downs 14-6. When you combine for total of 20 first downs in a game, it doesn't really mean much. I mean, that's the story of the game. MVP number 1, Sam Hughes. He was 6 for 15 for 43 yards passing and 1 interception. But more importantly, he was 18 rushes as a quarterback, 90 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. All right, folks, here we go. The most important thing after the game is over, out-of-town scores. We got the quick scores here. Newcastle just went for 2, and after scoring a touchdown, the 2-point conversion is good. The final score, Newcastle 22, Blackhawk 21. I went and talked to, I believe it was one of my colleagues, Mr. Vince Pavia, this morning, and I said, listen, that's going to be a good one. 22-21. Newcastle does bounce back after their 5-turnover event with Beaver. Aliquippa cruising once again. Aliquippa final score 49-0 over Montour. Here we go. The 3 other MAC conference games. Fourth quarter, Beaver Falls all over Freedom, 41-0. With that victory, Beaver Falls will go to 4-3, 4-1 in conference play. We talked about it. People complained, how are we losing to an 0-3 Beaver Falls team? There's a reason why they're 4-1 in conference play. So there's that. Other scores. Neshannock, this one hasn't been updated recently just yet. We'll keep track of it because this is the most important one. Neshannock is up 20-13 on New Brighton third quarter. If Neshannock holds on, they'll improve to 7-1, 4-1 conference play. At the same time, New Brighton will fall to 1-4 and 2-6 overall. What that would do then is would officially clinch Laurel, Neshannock, Beaver Falls officially, and Mohawk, I believe, would clinch as well, as they have the tiebreaker against New Brighton. So almost 4 teams could clinch tonight. And then finally, the biggest one, lopsided-wise, Laurel over Mohawk, 54-9. Laurel going to go to 8-0. Mohawk struggling here down late. Will fall 2 in a row now. They'll fall to 3-2, 4-4 overall. But if you look at this, folks, it's pretty straightforward. Laurel, the class of the field, Neshannock and Beaver Falls coming in at that second range there. It's going to set up for a good 2-game finish here for the season, but by far, Laurel, class of the field.
They are. They are.
So there's that. We'll keep everything updated on our website, www.ecwolverines.com. Definitely check us out next week. We're going to have at least 3 broadcasts. You've got Monday volleyball, Tuesday senior night volleyball, and for sure Friday night. That may be one. Second to last, maybe broadcast potentially.
Yep, and I think we got middle school football next week too, don't we?
Yes.
We may have that.
Yep.
We're going to be loaded up next week, and but we'll keep you updated on EC Wolverines website, on Facebook, Twitter, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. All right, Thad, take us out.
All right. On behalf of Dakota Marshall, cameraman, producer, and the brains behind it all, Brad Windhorse, and myself, Thad Sturgeon. Why do we do it? It's for the love of the game.
Pepsi this week.
Yep, love of the game, the players that play it, the coaches that coach it, and the fans that love it. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast as much as we've enjoyed presenting it to you. Have a good night, everybody. The final here, Riverside 19, Elwood City 0. See you next week. Girls volleyball, boys middle school football, and next Friday night, senior night at the stadium. Good night.